IPL almost wrapped up, which is why I think the story really makes a lot of sense. What's the kind of technology an IPL team actually uses to get an edge? We'll talk to Anil Kumble, Jonty, Rhodes and Sankar Gopal. We'll get to know about all the tech used by Punjab Kings coaching team to improve the team performance on the pitch through this entire talk.
All right, gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. This is a very exciting time for us as we're going to speak about what everybody is, of course, absolutely and totally deeply into IPL, cricket, sports, but we are merging that with what we love out here, and that is technology. So thank you so much for joining us. I'm going to start off with you, Anil. We've heard a lot about the fact that your team is a team that absolutely and totally is all about using technology and a lot of technology, right? So Punjab Kings is using a lot of devices, analytics, statistics, video, putting it all together, an app that you use. Can you take us through a little bit about entirely what this entire thing is all about, the kind of technology you use, why you opted for so much of technology, and how does it help? Examples would be great.
Yes, like IPL is all about having that edge, and technology is something that we as a group, as a team, have embraced. Be it at practice, be it at meetings, be it at going through data of not just our players but also about the opposition. Those are things that we go through. Apple iPads are perfect for it's not just the usability, but also the comfort and the ease at which you can just carry it around and do your notes. I like writing, and it's wonderful to have an iPad wherein you can put in all your notes in and put together a strategy, whether it is field placing for a certain particular player, going through putting those 11 players on the field, and those kind of things is wonderful. The app that we have a dedicated app which I'm sure Shankar will be able to take you through. It's about a video analysis of players on the device. It's wonderful to have that technology and then share it with ease. That's the advantage of having this and using the technology as well. So that's how we sort of look to do at practice, at training, and also in our meetings.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds like you're using a whole lot of technology out there. Jonty, interesting because you've been you've been a star in everything that you've done, but that iconic picture of yours when you actually had that run out where you were literally parallel to the ground is something that is ingrained in everybody's head. But now that you have so much of technology and you can literally dice it and slice it down to the ultimate T. How have you used it? What do you do? What did you bring in? And what really excites you about all of these, the amalgamation of all this technology, the 360-degree that you use?
Rajiv, yes, thank you, man. As you can see these days, being 52 years old, I do have to wear my glasses when I'm writing down and taking notes. And that's been the one thing is, in all the IPLs that I've been involved in before, I like to sort of capture every single ball that is bowled during the game. And now with the humidity and the heat and having to put glasses on, it's taken away the requirements for paper from my perspective. And as Anil said earlier, you can, with the various apps, use the pen on the iPad, and I can sort of capture data if I have to. We can't use any technology or iPads during the game, but afterwards I revert back to the app and I can go straight through ball by ball what the game was. So all the notes that I'm making for reference with regards to a debrief with the batting guys or the fielding guys, I have that as if I've taken down the notes, which I used to do.
Okay, fantastic. Shankar, let's get down to, a little bit about all the tech. And again, the question is, why did you actually opt to use so much of tech? And then we'll maybe get into the app a little. What are the analytics? Why did you feel the need for? There are a lot of apps that would be available that would be able to do some of what you're doing, but you opted to have something which is customized, which is being made specially for you. So take us through first, why the technology? Second, why an app that you had to actually get made? And how has it helped? What is the quantitative and quality differences you've seen because of all the technology you've used?
Yeah, thanks, Rajiv, for having us. The challenge during a season, Rajiv, is that there are coaches, there are players, there are analysts like me, and all of us have very different requirements. So how do you marry the requirements of all of them and put it in one place where they can sort of check it at their own time? That's the, I mean, it's when you're in a bubble, you try not to have too many meetings, etc., and give players the time to check what they want when they want. That's the main thing. As you can see, Jonty
Yeah.
is more for
Jonty celebrating, yes.
the fewer meetings guy. Yeah, Jonty is one of them who advocates for that. So just to marry all the requirements of everyone and put it in one place was why we had the app, and we decided to have the app.
All right. So Anil, you're also known as the app man. You're also the person that, gets technology. You've done this before. How much did you contribute to all the features of that app? And was this a collaboration? Is this pretty much your effort? An app isn't really the easiest thing to get made unless it's the right people giving in the right input. So how much of it was yours?
No, obviously, Shankar and I, we've been discussing about what we need as a team, what are the things that we want to see, especially in terms of putting a strategy in place. Like I said, yeah, although we are looking at a strategic meeting as a group, we want that meeting to be very fulfilling and crisp as well. And that's something that is a massive challenge with putting in together as to what message you want to give in. For example, if you're looking at putting a strategy in place for a particular batter against a particular bowler of one of our bowlers, then it's very important to sort of re-emphasize that particular bowler, what he has done before to that particular batter, especially in the first 5 or 10 balls that he has bowled to him, because that's where the vulnerability of a batter is. If you can get a batter out, T20, I know, is a game of economy. How can you keep the runs down? But it's also, the best way to keep runs down is to take wickets, and that's something that we keep discussing in meetings. How can you do that? So that's something that we constantly have a discussion around. Inputs come from everyone, from all the coaches. And from all of us, even the players. Players also give their feedback, and all of that is taken into account and attributed to the changes that we make.
Absolutely fantastic. So thank you, gentlemen. It was great speaking with you, and enjoy the rest of the IPL. And I'm sure there's a lot more that we'll be talking to you and speaking to you about all through, including the World Cup. So thank you for joining us.